Kaiser dancing around and then is going to go down at about the 17-yard line. 2nd and 15. Play fake. Kaiser looking, and goes down at the 16-yard line.
Some type of 5-man pressure.
It's 3rd and 7. Ivory was back there. Brought down by Watt. At the 25.
3rd and 3. And there's a sack turned in by that Pittsburgh.
Go 5 wide here. Hundley under pressure. Look out from behind. Look out from ahead. Have to get out of bounds. Flacco dancing away. Chase. Down he goes. And the ball pops out of bounds. T.J. Watt.
Head coach since taking over before last season. Kaiser. Watt giving chase, and what a play by the rookie.
For the Cleveland Browns, and Taylor to throw. Under pressure, he goes down at about the 3. And out of the pack comes T.J. Watt.
2 negative things. Now you had the kickoff return, but you had the penalty to move it back. And now you try and throw it on 1st down. And
8 passing yards today. Taylor running out of time, and he goes down again. Once again, T.J. Watt. 180! It's still Carlos Hyde in the backfield, and Taylor on the move. And he's going to run it out of bounds.
Bryant goes down again. 2nd sack of the game for the Steelers. And T.J. Watt has his 4th sack of the year.
Calvin Ridley.
Pickup of 7. Ryan's in trouble. And he's going to get sacked back at the 24. T.J. Watt. Thanks, Kurt. That's amazing. What a surprise. Tennessee has been playing so well. The ball is out. Steelers have it. Kicked around in the end zone. Is it recovered in time for a touchdown, Pittsburgh? Yes, it is. L.J. Ford. And this is Watt, who has had an outstanding.
One of the best offensive lines in football. Cleveland trails 23-12. Mayfield is sacked. T.J. Watt continues to run roughshod against the Browns.
Newton gets hit. Ball is out. McCaffrey able to get back on top of it.
3rd and 12 back at the 24. And the ball's on the ground. And Parnell was there. Absolute Hail Mary.
You can't Hail Mary. You got to throw a screen.
Ball on the ground, recovered by Pittsburgh. And
Anthony Chickalow has come in for him. Here's a 2nd and 9. And they get Brady for the first time. It's T.J. Watt. There in less than 2 seconds. And Brady. What's that? And they get to him for the first time today.
3rd down and 9. Bernard was in, stripped of the ball by Watt. And recovered by Driscoll. Back at the 11.
Must get to the 36 for a 1st down. Wilson is taken down.
everyone knows the protections.
Dalton had to do everything he could just to hold on to that football that time.
How will they respond to what Pittsburgh has been able to do?
Dalton, pressure, and raining down on him is T.J. Watt.
Major weapon out of the arsenal right now for Baltimore. 2nd and 7. Jackson in the pocket, turns into the pressure, and it's T.J. Watt who is trying to rip the ball away. Another sack.
They are not out of anything yet.
It's Fitzpatrick, the deep safety here, as Rivers looks one way and then gets collected by a trio of white shirts.
Trailing by 10, and Fitzpatrick goes down, and it's T.J. Watt. 2nd and 10. Battered again by Watt.
2nd and 11 for Indianapolis. Hoyer is sacked. 2nd and 16 for Indianapolis. Hoyer in the pocket. Hoyer is dumped. T.J. Watt. Week in, week.
Goff is sacked as soon as he landed on his back. No timeouts. Ball is out. The pressure on Goff. Rams got it back. Another fumble. T.J. Watt.
Yeah, well, Brady just tweeted that he turned off Thursday Night Football. Mayfield gets sacked, and it's Watt.
They put Pharaoh Brown out here at tight end, 86, and he just, is blocking him and then goes out. But I'm not sure exactly, how you expect to keep T.J. Watt.
Now it's different, especially on the left side. Finley looking to throw. Watt's coming. Finley loses the football. T.J. Watt the sack. And the Bengals.
Baker Mayfield improved play in the month of November, and we now have hit December. Mayfield is sacked. T.J. Watt.
Who makes mistakes, and mistake one goes to the Steelers.
Running back is Frank Gore. Play fake. Allen under pressure, and he's going to go down. A trio of black shirts are there for the.
2 timeouts remaining. 36 seconds left first half. Darnold. Oh, didn't see the defender coming, and he loses the ball. T.J. Watt, a splash play for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he did it again, didn't he? Went right around the corner.
Using a lot of clock. Griffin is sacked. Lost his.
Driscoll under pressure, going to go down inside the 25-yard line. On 2nd and 10, here come the Steelers again. Oh, goodness. Driscoll never had a chance. He goes down at his own 32-yard line. The charge led by T.J. Watt.
Got to come away with a touchdown.
Gordon in the backfield. Driscoll going to throw.
Throw it away. Throw it away.
Pulls it down. Goes down at the 10-yard line.
Cannot take a sack on 1st and goal.
They're going to need it because Deshaun Watson has some magic in him.
Rush coming. And good night, T.J. Watt.
Hurry, too. This did not take him long at all. Goes right inside. Darren Fells, the tight end.
Of your screen, 3rd down and 10. Wentz looking on 3rd down. Again, can't find anyone, and down he goes.
Games where they've had to rally in the 4th quarter. Play fake. Tannehill is dumped at the 19-yard line by T.J. Watt.
How about that gauntlet? There's 3 in a row for the run. I mean, that's the tough stretches you're going to have in the NFL this year.
2nd and goal. And,
you're getting this ball out of your hands.
Has to get to the 49. It's 4th and 8. Hayward's on him. Hayward's not going to let him go. And Watt finishes it off.
Running the football and playing good defense. 3rd down and 12 for Burrow and the Bengals. Burrow in trouble. Down he goes. Empty backfield. Burrow on 1st down. Under pressure. Down he goes. 2nd sack for.
Complementary defense. If you are going to hold the football, you are going to get sacked. That's a fact.
We had a chance to run with the first team, but other than that, not a lot of opportunity. 3rd and 4. He hits, and he gets hit, and will go down. Brings Devin Duvernay back in motion the other way. Look at Watt coming, Watt get him. TJ with sack 10 on the season.
Blitz coming. Smith standing in trouble, and dropped. 2nd sack tonight for the Steelers.
A.J. Green, bottom of your screen. Finley in big trouble. He is dropped back at the 19-yard line. Watt is in there along with Alex Highsmith.
And now Rivers is knocked down by Watt. Only took the 2nd snap. Now here's Rivers. Watch behind him. The ball is on the ground. Picked up by the Steelers. Hilton. Tackled by Taylor at the 3.
just when they needed a spark.
Always better than what people think.
Now it's 3rd and 13. Allen steps up. Allen hit from behind. T.J. Watt, the ball is free. Cameron Hayward on the recovery.
Look at Watt, number 90. He didn't feel like he played very well against Darrell Williams.
188 passing yards and a touchdown. Flag is down. Allen is dumped by T.J. Watt.
And Watt saying, don't take the flag, give me the sack.
They will stack receivers off to the right of Carr. Fake the handoff. Rush coming. Carr is engulfed, and he coughs it up. A fumble on the strip by Watt.
Spelling them a lot, too.
Here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers falls, trying to get out of traffic.
Here's what happens, okay? If you leave him out here and this safety comes down, he's getting the ball. And if not, you're silly.
Setting up. He was trying to go long to Adams. Chasing around. And he'll cut his losses at the 40.
Go! 34. Steelers bringing 5. In trouble. Watt brings him down.
Players in all of football. Your running back here releases in the route instead of helping your tackle, Brandon Shell, on the outside, and you pay the price.
Highest paid defensive player in the league. He has played. Still in net score wins mode. Maybe the last time your offense sees the ball. Geno Smith will drop deep. He'll pump. He'll take it. Lost the football. Knocked out by Watt. Recovered by Devin Bush, who circles the right way. He almost lost the ball, but he's got it at the 16.
Way back around the whole thing and punches it out.
3rd and goal. Looking left. Now in trouble. In traffic. He's taken down. Back at the 13. And he has been in there a couple of games. Pack went out, and again, Mayfield runs into T.J. Watt, the last guy he wanted to see. Loss of 5.
Oh. Fields out of the gun. Got a piece of him, not enough, but now he's dragged down. 2nd down and 8. Pressure, didn't see it. Watt got there. T.J. Watt.
Quarterback knowing what's happening on the edge, Lewis. You have to know what's back there as a quarterback.
Steelers rush 4. Fields wanted to run.
Goff is going to be sacked. Now there's T.J. Watt.
He can take a sack once in a while. That's okay. They're line, you know, all these things. They're not going to be great every year.
2nd and 5, and he's in trouble now. They got him for a 2nd sack. It's T.J. Watt.
I got a question for you after this play.
2nd and 8. Got a hand on him. Oh, and they were able to double team, and Watt comes over. DuVernay shifting around. Jackson looks him off, and Watt has hold of him, and he'll not let him go.
That timeout's going to be more key going on. You got to get rid of this ball when they keep coming after you here, Lamar.
2nd and 10. They're on him, and the ball comes out. It's running to the sideline. It'll be Baltimore.
You don't. If not, you fake it, you move around, and then you just throw it to someone in the back of the end zone.
Tannehill, he has the time, and finally, they get to it back at the 15, and it's T.J. Watt and Greg Hayward.
He comes back. He stays over here. He comes down.
Here's a 3rd and 13. Watt coming after him, and he is sacked back at the 18.
By the tight end, 86. He gets out of his stance late, Berkshire, and he actually hurts the tackle. Ready, go, go.
T.J. Watt swings him around and brings him down.
Ready, go.
Pressure from the Steelers. Mayfield in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Who else but T.J. 3rd and 7. Pressure right up the middle. Mayfield is flushed, and he'll slide down back.
Like a lot. He is
oof. There's T.J. Watt.
This is the best baller at guard, left side.
Hundley holds, steps up. Hundley sacks T.J. Motion man is Boyd. Burrow steps up, and he's dumped. T.J. Watt got a running start. Lost his helmet.
For them, it's really about taking away the deep ball and the big ball from offenses.
Nowhere to go for Burrow.
Will be in there, a rookie out of Texas A&M on the line. 3rd and 9. Brown crumbling pocket, down he goes. What? At the 12.
This is a 3rd and 10. Hubbard under pressure, and he's going to go down. That's T.J. Watt.
Against this wide receiver core, and it looks as if they're doing the same thing on this play.
Darnold looking several ways, and he can't get rid of it. He goes down just inside the 15-yard line.
He went in, asked for it to have it done, and man, has he been a different player.
He's out. Gus Edwards is in. Huntley's got T.J. Watt.
There's a reason why Tom Brady steps up in the pocket. He looks like he was shot out of a cannon around the end of this line of scrimmage, and it was just no question. And TJ
ready, go. Watson can't get away and goes down.
2nd and 7. Pittsburgh brings an extra man. Purdy can't get away from T.J. Watt.
Brock Purdy is squeezing it from behind to his back. It is out right now.
From the 46, Purdy drilled and drops. T.J. Watt, second time today that he gets home. Brock Purdy really sharp today. Pressure from behind and sacked. Well, the ball came out.
This is a huge play because you just had a punt return. You're back in Pittsburgh territory again to start your drive.
Watson in trouble. There he is. T.J. Watt. He is now the Steelers franchise all-time leader in that category all by himself.
Well, you see how he's able to just bend.
It's amazing.
25 in trouble. T.J. Watt. Garoppolo trying to step up. Can't get rid of it. Gets bent. Look out. Bent dangerously.
Justice Hill is in there, fumbled on the last Baltimore possession. Jackson is dumped. Back at the 37, T.J. Watt. 4th down. That ends it. And it's fitting. T.J. Watt. ETN sets up on the outside. Lawrence in trouble, and Lawrence will take the sack at the 41. T.J. Watt.
Levis gets, well, what else is new? Another flag.
Motion man is Watson. Love straight back. Love devoured from behind by T.J. Watt. 1st down and 20, back at the 15-yard line. Just over 7 minutes to go. Thompson Robinson steps up, and he's brought down. Group, 3rd down and 7. Browning looking. Browning. Sack from behind, loses the ball. T.J. Watt knocked it free. And he draws Porter. Look out! T.J. Watt!
With the 1st down and goal, fake to Connor. Here comes the rush. Down he goes. Watt! T.J. Watt.
Minshew taken down and sacked. There's T.J. Watt to his big receiver. Gain of 42. Oh, Minshew kept it, and T.J. Watt is saying thank you.
3rd and 11. Here comes Watt. Got a hand on him. Browning escapes. Flag is down, and Watt on the second effort. Ball comes out, and Cincinnati has it back.
Has to continue to operate efficiently like they have over the past 2 weeks. Run the football. Don't turn it over. Don't hold on to it.
Doesn't get rid of the ball there. Brought down by T.J. Watt, who does have sack number 18 on the season. Huntley is swarmed and sacked. You could see it coming as T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward both got there.
Only 60 yards of offense for the Falcons since halftime. And Cousins is sacked. Guess who? T.J. Watt putting an exclamation on this one.
but you better believe there will be eyes on the quarterback.
McLaughlin, top of your picture. Nick's hard fake twice, and they get him. What?
They're bringing it. And Heineke taken down by T.J. Watt.
3rd and 6. Dak. Watt chasing. Coming in. Ball out. Herbig jumps on it. And the Steelers have forced the turnover. And T.J. Watt in the middle at the moment yet again.
That's 100, isn't it? It's got to be at least a half.
Should be a half and should get him to 100.